Well, that's got to be then, right? That's where the AI comes into play. The greatest mental health professional in the world can't possibly be looking for 7 trillion? Like that, to be aware. So the big key is the AI. It's helping us process these mountains and mountains of data.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think it's AI is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal, as I'm sure Alan will agree. I think the key thing, though, is to not just randomly throw data at a model, whether it's labeled well or not, and then just hope that it's going to predict something. I think it's super important that even if it's lowering a little bit potentially the efficacy of the model, you do it. Basically, you have ethical AI. So what that means is you have handles to understand when the AI may be going wrong, and so you can correct for it. So there's so many ways in which AI is fantastic, but it also has so many very basic downfalls in that very easily it becomes very biased. So very naturally, you quite like almost always get gender bias, ethnicity bias, accent bias, language bias, everything. Yeah. You need to be able to correct for that. Otherwise, you're never going to actually be able to help anyone. The big vision is essentially that we can, or other people like us, can become the gold standard for assessing all kinds of mental health conditions, not just depression, but all cognitive disorders, from mood disorders to neurodevelopmental disorders like ADHD, autism, to neurodegenerative like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. It seems natural that that's how you should go. But even beyond that, a very ambitious goal that we're starting to make inroads into is actually, based on what we find from the symptoms, being able to accurately predict what treatment different people will respond the best to due to those patterns that we find. And that's something we're training the models to do. We are still like a few years away from it, but we're going down that pathway. So hopefully not just assessing, but also shrinking from 10 years to get the right treatment for depression. Maybe we can get it within a couple, 2-3 weeks. That would be fantastic.
That would be very fantastic.